Yo, what up? This is Mike Brown, and this is The Art of Letting Go. So,
Whoa,
what's going on, man?
slow motion, man. Everybody going through it. Some of us, have it better than others. Some of us have it tougher than others. But at the end of the day, we pretty much going through the same struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, before we get started, though, can you let the people know who you are and what you do?
Well, I go by the name of DJ Wop, and I'm from the Seven Ward, New Orleans. I'm a DJ slash consultant slash producer slash friend partner slash somebody's old man slash, you know what I'm saying? I have several different titles, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just out here, just a person that's been inspired by music. I've been involved with music for like basically around 36 years, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how I knew you was official. We went to Trade Day one time, and I think this is probably like my first time like working with y'all or whatever. And
Yeah, we put up them posters or some show posters, I think, huh?
show posters,
Yeah.
but Bun B had drove past us, and he drove past and then circled back around, and he was just like, "Man, I couldn't pass by without saying what's up to WAP," and I was like, "Man, like
Yeah,
after that, like you just
yeah,
you were solidified as the OG for me."
yeah. Like Bun the homie. That's one thing I respect about Bun. Like Bun, like man, you run across people and no lie. I always pretty much say this. Two of the realest cats that I've ever run across in the music business is T.I. and Bun B. And Pimp, of course. Pimp was real. Pimp was, if anybody know Pimp, they could tell you Pimp was real also. But definitely Bun, because I had more interaction with Bun than I actually had with Pimp. But yeah, Bun definitely a solid dude, you know what I'm saying? So he basically, like we were saying in New Orleans, Bun spent the bin, you did. He spent the bin and came back and holler, you know what I'm saying? And I know you was, you was like you said, you was like, oh, wow, you can't holler at WAP like that? Like, yeah.
And I mean, to me, like now that I'm older, because back then it was just like that was just dope that it was Bun B. But to me, that said a lot about your character. You know what I mean? Because like it could have been anybody, and he could have just drove by, but he came back because he really fucked with you. So that was dope to me. But my question to you, because just from the times that I have been around you and seeing how you look out for people and stuff like that, because it's rare in the in the industry that you work in. So I'm just curious to know, like, why, like, what makes you do that? Like, why do you look out for people so much?
Honestly, when we was coming up, I come up with Manny Fresh, and we were basically the youngsters out the whole pretty much DJ world in New Orleans, basically. You know what I'm saying? We was like the youngsters. Like I was in a group with my cousin. Our group was called New York Incorporated, and it was a few years older than us, and everybody else was older than us. Slick Leo, everybody who was on the DJ scene was old. There wasn't OGs yet because it still was kind of relatively new to everybody, but there were more veterans than us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody didn't necessarily greet us with open arms. You know what I'm saying? It was like, get them little dudes out of here, whatever. They'd like, know how they do like you might do your little brother or your little cousin, your little nephew, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like, man, get out of here.
Yeah.
And they didn't, I guess, figuratively do that. Stumbling on my words, but, they kind of did that to us mentally, you know what I'm saying? And they basically underestimated us. But when we got on the turntables, like I specifically remember we did a house party, and like man, I don't know who got on first. Was it Manny or me or whatever whoever was first? But they was like, oh, your boy cold. If it was Manny, you know what I'm saying? Then when I got on, oh, your boy, oh, they both of them cold. You know what I'm saying? And it felt so good to hear that. It's like we was getting out. That's why I'm big on getting props because like it reassures you know what I'm saying. You kind of doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? When somebody just good job, Mike. Good job, Wop or Earl. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. It's just reassuring. So I try to just encourage everybody, man, keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many people who think negatively. Like nobody thought we would be, especially Manny, way more than me. Nobody knew he was going to become what he became. You know what I'm saying? Nobody didn't even know I would become what I became as a DJ, and sometimes producer and whatever else I've been doing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So many people to this day, you know what I'm saying? To this day, they see us and be like, man, y'all still doing it. And they bug out because we still friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So personally, once again, going back to it, I do it just to give everybody encouragement. Keep doing what you're doing, because so many people shoot you down and tell you that it ain't gonna work. And I'm telling you to do it till you figure it out. You want to go somewhere else or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You decide not to go in that direction, cool. But man, keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody, the majority of people haven't gone through what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? In your particular field. You know what I'm saying? But then when you run across somebody else in the field, you see everybody got different struggles. Because like people always ask like for advice, how you make it and how you do this and how you do that. Man, it's probably not too many stories that's that similar. You know what I'm saying? Most people, I might go straight, you might go take 25 turns and get to that. You know what I'm saying? Get to that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's story is different. So, and I don't mind giving advice, but your route may not be the same route that I took. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think, you know, just because all our lives are so different, so it's like it's not supposed to be the same.
Yeah. Even one thing that's totally discouraging is having a woman that don't have your back. Man, that's discouraging. You know what I'm saying? Like you got somebody that's encouraging you. You know what I'm saying? It just feels good. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, like I said, some people don't see the main thing is some people don't see your vision. You know what I'm saying? Like your mama might want you to be a lawyer or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, mom, I have a passion for this. This is what I want to do. And then until they see you do something that may have some cool results, then they'll be like, oh, okay, that's how you do that, all right. You know what I'm saying? Then they feel a little better because they want you to take that ABC route to college or whatever, not the AB, let me skip to X, Y, Z, and all the letters in between. I was doing something else or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you know, at the end of the day, you got the final result when you get the Z. You know what I'm saying? But I just like encouraging and helping people, and I do it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't be like, man, you got to pay me back or you owe me a favor or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just do it. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah. No, when y'all came out here that time and y'all had that session at Red Bull, and you know, when you invited me to the session, I was just like, man, like, you know, it at that time in my life, it made me ask myself, like, damn, who am I to be, you know, invited to a session? I was almost scared to come. But yeah, man, like I've just always seen you like just look out for people, and that shit has been really cool to me. I've been seeing you DJing a lot online, and it's funny because, you know, so many creatives that I know right now are struggling with this time, but I'm curious to know like what's keeping you inspired or like what's pushing you to go right now.
It's actually just people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really doing it for myself, like right hand to the law. I'm really not doing it for myself because it's kind of weird, because not to be on some cockiness or whatever, but like, you know what I'm saying? I only DJ when I'm getting paid or doing an event or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even be in here practicing or anything like that. I rarely just hop on the turntable, you know what I'm saying? Because most people look at me as DJ Wop, but I have all kind of other things that I be doing. I do photography. I do shirts, you know what I'm saying? Do merch. I got some, let me show you right fast.
Okay.
I got to get stuff popping, right? So I do some DJ Wop shirts.
Okay.
I have two different logos, right? So that's the one, you know, in homage to Run DMC. And this is the one Cole did.
Okay, yeah, I remember this one.
Cole did that, yeah. He did that for my little business cards and all that stuff.
Yeah. And
of course, I got a rep for my homeboy.
Manny Fresh, okay.
And of course, I just try to play off of certain things and songs and words or whatever, right? So
that's what's up, man.
Yeah. I got, you know what I'm saying? Like it's more or less a out the trunk type business I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get somebody to do a site and this and that. And man, look, when I tell you, like, when you try to pay people to do things and try to put money in their pocket, they still just don't come through, bro. So I kind of just left it alone and just like sell it out the trunk. When people out hit me in a DM or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, what's your size? And if I don't have it, I'd be like, look, give me a week or so, you know what I'm saying? So I can get your size in and order the shirts or whatever it may be. Because I don't just try to keep a whole lot of supply, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm just sitting on it, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I say that to say that back to the DJing part. Yo.
Yeah, you hear me?
Oh yeah, you had cut off for a minute.
No,
back to the DJing.
No, my bad. I was saying that kind of sound like the New Orleans like format of business. Like that seemed like how everybody started in New Orleans selling.
Yeah, pretty much. But that, you know, I say that to say that's why I'm not necessarily super geeked on DJing, but I'm strictly like when I say I'm doing it for the people be like, man, why don't you go live? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, not just a few people, several people. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's what it feel like, and that's what it feel like with Fresh too to me. Like it seemed like y'all doing it to, you know, to build the people up, and it's so crazy because this time for me is kind of reminiscent of Katrina.
Right. Definitely has the similarities.
Yeah, and just thinking about, you know, at that time in my life how I got through it as opposed to how I'm dealing with it now. I'm curious to know, you know, what's the difference in how you are getting through this as opposed to that. And actually we could start with how did you get through Katrina? Because I mean, you was in New Orleans during that time, right?
We was in New Orleans that Friday night. We went to, it was Rod Smooth's birthday party.
Yeah.
Rod Smooth had a birthday party. I want to say it was at the CAC, Contemporary Art Center or something like that, but it was, you know, downtown. So that was I remember it because that was the last thing we did in the city before Katrina, right? Yeah. So the next morning we had a flight to Toronto, and it was me, Manny, and Coons, right? So we flew to Toronto. The flight was Saturday, so we was out there all day Saturday, but the concert was Sunday, and our return travel was Monday. Monday they said it was coming, right? So anyway, you know, went out to Canada, Toronto, did the show, and Monday I'm trying to, you know, do a flight, and of course all flights were canceled, returning to New Orleans or going to New Orleans, right? So I'm telling the travel agent, it was a female travel agent. I'm telling her, like, look, you can get us to Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, Memphis, anywhere, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours away, driving wise away. We'll just drive, you know, when it's all over, when it's all set. Because of course, being from New Orleans, I couldn't tell you how many times we had to leave for a hurricane, but we were, you know, it was numerous amounts of time, but we'll leave 2-3 days, come back, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? So we thinking we coming back in 2-3 days, 3 days. When we packed to go to Canada, we packed for 3 days. I had one pair of shoes.
Yeah.
And however many, 3 pairs of boxes.
Yeah.
You know, and 2 or 3 shirts or whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? A couple of pair of jeans, that was it. Matter of fact, I might have had 2 pair of jeans or jeans and shorts or something. You know what I'm saying? But so the interesting part was the travel agent lady was like saying, look, all flights are canceled and this and that. I was like, I'm not trying to get to New Orleans. I'm trying to get somewhere else. Like I just said, all those different cities where when it's over, we could just rent a car and just drive back home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or catch a flight or whatever the case may be. So Nicole, you know Nicole, right?
Yeah.
So Nicole, I wound up talking to her. And of course, the phone rates was going through the roof and all this kind of stuff. So I wound up talking to her. I'll call you back. Called the people, whatever, got us the flights, and the flight went from Toronto to Chicago, from Chicago to Houston. And we was in Houston ever since. I was in Houston basically like 7, 8 years or something after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but the adjustment was getting back. When we first got to Houston, we spent a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't realize because like we was getting hotel rooms and family was coming out there and all that. So we just spend. I might have spent easy $5-6 grand or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get people good. And no telling what Manny spent around that time, you know what I'm saying? And but we had to we looked at each other like, man, we got to get back to work, you know what I'm saying? So we got back to the studio 7303 in Houston. Out there we did Mike Jones and Lil Flip, all the Houston cats, Slim Thug. We did something for Bun, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff on Bun, was it Trill? I think Trill, I think Man had 2 or 3 songs on. All that was done in that time frame, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much surrounding Katrina or 2-3 years, you know what I'm saying? In that frame or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So we just got back to work because it was just time, you know what I'm saying? We were just losing money, you know what I'm saying? Now with this, I'm not making no money at all. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm not DJing, I'm not selling shirts. Well, actually, I sold some shirts, but they was like, you know what I'm saying, hold them, you know what I'm saying? It was like, basically, they sent the money and everything. It's like, and I said, what you want me to drop them all? They was like, nah, I ain't tripping, just wait till all this over with or whatever. But far as gig-wise, like, because we do silent headphones as well. Me and Raj have a silent headphone company, and we had a gig like right before this all went down. And I think I had something for Suno coming up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just not only just the DJ gigs, but the silent disco gigs as well. Plus, you know what I'm saying, somebody might call me to do a little wedding photo shoots. I can't even think of what you call it, man. The shoots, the pictures before they get married. Damn. Whatever. I don't know why it's not coming to me, but like I'll do that for a few dollars or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's definitely a big loss of money for me personally. Like it's just not coming in.
Yeah.
And I get the tips and all that from the Cash App and all that. That's cool. But that's not gonna really, you know what I'm saying? And then the thing about it, I don't even expect everybody to tip or whatever, because I feel like we all in the same, we're in the same situation. So if you tip, you don't, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. Just enjoy the music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I sure appreciate the tips when they come in, you know what I'm saying? So, I had a nice couple of weekends, you know what I'm saying? But,
yeah,
it's rough though. It's rough. I can't even lie. It's rough.
Yeah. How are you staying mentally healthy during this time?
Well, I just keep positive, you know what I'm saying? I call my family, my sister, my daddy, grandmother, cousins, just friends and family, plus family and all that, and just, joke around. I'm always sending some kind of a meme or something, or they sending something to me. Like we just staying like real upbeat and playful. We joke about, what room you gonna be in today or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I say, look, I might play the kitchen for a couple of hours a day. You know what I'm saying? We just stay upbeat and just joke, because, ain't no reason to be down about it, because it's we don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? So like I talked to somebody, my friend Storm used to rap with Mac, and she was saying that the thing about it, you can't plan for nothing. The only thing that we know is tomorrow.
Right.
In other words, we know we're going to be in the house tomorrow, according to all what's going on, because we don't have no kind of, because every time they say something, okay, well, we're going to extend it another 30 days or whatever. We can't plan for nothing. She had trips she was about to take. Me and my nephew, I had to renew my passport. My passport expired, all from around that Katrina, Canada trip. It had been expired. So I got my passport renewed and got him a new passport. So we was going to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We hadn't picked a destination yet or anything, but like, we got new passports and can't even go nowhere. We can't even go to California. You know what I'm saying? We can't go nowhere. Right. And that part really sucks. It just sucks that you can't really go nowhere. You can't plan for anything. I was telling a friend of mine yesterday, I said, man, I might cancel my insurance and everything. My car insurance, I ain't going nowhere.
Right, yeah.
I said, man, I might cancel that and just be like, look, when it's over with, I renew it or whatever, because I'm like, there ain't no use of, them just still taking money out of my account and all this kind of stuff. Like, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. For the most part, I'm going to the store. I could take that chance, of getting stopped with no insurance because Walmart up the block, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm dealing with it like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to stay upbeat and positive and not just be all negative about it. You know what I'm saying? Just try to make the best of it.
Yeah. What's your routine looking like right now? Do you have like a daily routine of things that you do?
Not necessarily. I was getting up, doing a little daily walk or run. I do both, depending on how I feel that morning. But that daily, it turned into maybe twice a week, maybe 3 days a week.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of rough. See, the roughest part about it, not that I even want to do it, but the rough part about it, because I'm up later than normal. Yeah. I'm up watching Netflix and watching Fire Stick, and you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third, just being up way more than I would be on a regular basis. Because I'll be, man, sometimes I'll be asleep 9, 10 o'clock or whatever, because I got to, you know, my nephew go to, you know, I'm raising him. He go to this military school on the West Bank, Noma, and I got to get up every morning, 6 o'clock, be out the door at 6:30 and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I was used to just, you know, having my times of being asleep. The only time I'll be out late if I have gigs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, but like I said, that has changed my whole sleeping patterns and everything, because I just be up watching movies. You know, I haven't even watched anything the past 3 days, like far as late night or whatever. So the past 3 days, somewhat back to normal. 10 o'clock, I'm out or whatever, you know what I'm saying, knocked out or whatever. But it does change a whole, to me, whole just regular normal pattern. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I don't have to get up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to sleep at a certain time. I don't have to really do anything, even, you know what I'm saying? That's why I've been, now the last 2 days I've been doing this lunch mix, so I'm trying to keep that up, you know. But it's rough.
Yeah, no, I understand. What advice would you give to any, like, just and not just up and coming DJs, but just any creatives right now? Like, what advice do you feel like you could give them, you know, for this time right now?
Oh, for this time? Yeah. Well, for this time, I had 2 ways of looking at it. Like, you have plenty of time to kind of perfect your craft and just go hard. I look at it that way, because, you know, they have the little meme saying, if you something about if you don't come out of this with a better plan or whatever, I'm sure you've seen it. I don't necessarily agree with that, because you might not be inspired to do something, because, like, bro, like, it's like, you know, like I said, it's one way to look at it, like, in that way. Yeah, practice and work on your dream and come up with new ideas and do a little plan or whatever. But on the other hand, it's like, man, look, it's kind of like, man, I don't even have to, I can't even do this now. Because, like, when you do a plan and you try to execute it, it's best to try to execute it sooner than later. Right. So you coming up with a plan, think about it like this. You coming up with a plan now, and hypothetically speaking, hopefully not, but just say it's 3 more months before you even get to execute. You know what I'm saying? That's not even, like, I'm coming up with coming up with a plan now. We have some other shirts or whatever. We trying to go kind of more full blast with it or whatever. And it's something big. I'm going to run it to you when we get it. I don't want to say it or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Because we kind of been working on it, but we dragged our feet. Yeah. And now we kind of like, man, it's a perfect opportunity to do it. We were supposed to have it done before this year. But anyway, even with that, it's kind of like, you're kind of inspired. It's like, man, we don't even know when we're going to be able to actually really go hard and go forward with it. Yeah. Because we don't have a timeline or anything. All that what they're saying on the news, they guessing. They don't have no kind of realistic game plan. Right. Because I will hear one doctor say one thing, another doctor say another thing. Some say these masks or this, that, and the third, they fire, and it's the N95 and all that. And some people say, well, these are cool, you know what I'm saying? I've seen people say, like, you could roll with the homemade mask for a while and this and that, but there's so many, they contradicting one another. Then they saying people are dying because of this, or they say the corona can't survive. I heard this and was like, wait, we should be good, right? They say the corona can't survive 80 degrees or higher temperatures. It's been 80 plus, so it should be gone, right? So I don't understand what the hell they talking about. Right. Like, it just don't make sense, you know what I'm saying? They're not really, and And I also believe that they really don't know because this is something that they haven't really, they didn't learn this in school or they've never gone through this. So they don't know. Yeah. I really believe they don't know.
I believe the same thing. I really do. Man, yeah. How are things in New Orleans? Because I know, from the outside, it make it look like Louisiana is like, like they said, a hot spot. And
yeah.
How are things looking there?
The numbers look terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like we supposed to be, I think we might be number one in the nation as far as per capita. You know what I'm saying? And it's just bad. Now I think we just had like a slight decline or cooler decline within the last week, maybe two. But it's just bad, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Then everybody that's passing, it's still this is kind of weird to me as well, because some people that are passing, they are relating it to coronavirus, although some people kind of may have been sick prior. You know what I'm saying? Like even Black and Mild, rest in peace, DJ Black and Mild. Black and Mild had, underlying health issues, but he's labeled as a coronavirus, I guess, casualty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's been a few other people. I can't think of the others, but it's been a few other people who's kind of already, somewhat sick or whatever. And I understand if you get this, it kind of, more or less push you over the top or whatever. But don't act as if he just died or he or she died just because they have coronavirus. They had other issues.
Right.
So to me, they're piling the numbers up. Where this probably, if coronavirus hadn't been going on, this wouldn't even be classified as such. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, like, do y'all want these numbers to look like this or whatever? Like, call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get that. But it's crazy though because man, the streets are empty. I can go outside and not see somebody for 3 days.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can go outside 3 days. Like I mean, like on this block. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying if I go, anywhere to the store or anything. But if I go outside in my neighborhood, I might not see anybody for 2-3 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit, it ain't like that here. Motherfuckers be out here. Like practicing social distancing, but people be out.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Like people, people got to learn things the hard way. You know what I'm saying? They won't have a second line. They won't have an Easter parade. They won't have an Easter party. They won't do this. Like, man, stay inside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to nobody, because both are my homies. But Raj would be DJing at the House of Blues and DJing here, and Manny would be at the Mason. I'm DJing from right here.
I feel you.
Straight up. Now, I have been going by Mia's house, Mia X, because I, call her and see if she need anything from the store or whatever. Yeah. She'll be like, Wop, I need this and that. Wop, I'm a cash app. All right, cool, whatever. I say, get her groceries. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, if I'm not really going to the grocery store, man, like, there's nowhere else to go. So, I mean, I'm bugging out of like, where are y'all finding places to go? Like, where are y'all going? You know what I'm saying? It's very restaurants that's open. You know what I'm saying? It's fast food or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I've been cooking. So I haven't even been eating fast. I ate, me and my nephew ate Popeyes once. Damn. During this whole, and we've been inside, since, when did this happen? When, like,
about a month.
Matter of fact, I know when it happened, around March 20th or so, because Manny's birthday on March 20th. And I was going to go to Houston on the 21st. He was going to have something at the crib in Houston. Yeah. And wound up not going, you know what I'm saying? He wound up coming back to New Orleans and all that. So it happened roughly around that time when it was, it wasn't all I guess, quarantine at that point, but it was getting there. So basically since like late March. And it's almost April, almost late April. So crazy. So damn near 30 days.
Yeah.
Just on the more so of the, I guess, close to quarantine wise, but it still was a week or so before that when everybody was kind of like, So it's been at least a good 6 weeks, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Because I done lost count, bro. Sometimes I gotta figure out what day it is. Like, hold on, what the day is?
Man, it feel like one long continuous day right now.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Crazy.
What's one piece of life advice that you could give to somebody that you've gotten on your journey?
Just stay grounded.
Yeah.
Because so many people just don't stay grounded. You know what I'm saying? Some people get caught up in, oh, I'm DJ Wop, I'm Manny Fresh, I'm P. Diddy or whoever, you know what I'm saying? And not necessarily just from the music or that aspect, but just from sometimes I'm Dr. Seuss. Couldn't think of a doctor there besides Seuss or whatever, but I'm Dr. Such and such, you know what I'm saying? And it's like at the end of the day, you still pretty much, like they say, I treat the janitor the same way as I treat the CEO.
Yeah.
People don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? Like people really be like, I've been in places. Some people, I'm gonna tell you a story, man. I'm not gonna say who the person was, but the person is on TV, right? Yeah. So we in Atlanta in Patchwork Studios, and she coming there, and the thing about it, we had been on tour with this person, right? And I saw this person every day. I was the only person that would be at the arena every day early because I'm setting up and DJing and all this, right? So I would see this person every day. I'll tell you who it was off air, whatever, because, it's not even worth it, but it just was interesting. But I would see her every day, and she'll speak. We had a cool little relationship on the tour as far as, like, speaking and whatnot, right? So anyway, like I said, we're in Patchwork. She come in Patchwork, and I'm pretty much getting prepared to be like, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, long time no see or whatever. She spoke to Manny. She spoke to Leslie Brathwaite, the engineer. And I might have just been upstream there or whoever else was in there and didn't even say hello to me.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm not tripping if you don't remember me from tour or something. First of all, that should be impossible because if you see think about it, but if you're on a tour for like 30 days or so, and you see somebody every day for 30 days, even if a year or so passed by, hypothetically speaking, just say 2 years passed by, you should be like, damn, you look familiar. I should be at least a familiar face to you, you know what I'm saying? But no, he didn't know all that. But on top of that, I'm like, just on regular hospitality. You from the South, I'm from the South. You're supposed to be like, hey, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? When you come in the room, you're supposed to speak to everybody. But see, I wouldn't roll like that. That's like if I come there and you have, say, 3-4 people, males, females, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I just speak to you, man, that's just not even cool.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, what's up, Mike? Because I know you, I'm gonna say your name and everything, but I'm like, hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
I might say I'm DJ Wop or Earl or Wop or whatever it may be, but I'm just not totally not speak to the rest of the people in the room.
Yeah.
I just thought that was so whack, bro.
It's funny because that's something I feel like I probably experienced more out here than being in the South. Like being in LA, I've experienced that a lot.
What, people speaking or not speaking?
Not speaking, yeah.
Not speaking?
Yeah.
Yeah, because for the most part, bro, like in New Orleans, man, you could be walking in the neighborhood. You're not even from this particular neighborhood, but just say I'm uptown somewhere. I'm from downtown. I'm more uptown somewhere. By some people I know. But if I'm walking in their neighborhood, I'm gonna be like, hey, how y'all doing? Especially if it's elderly people or older people sitting on the steps and sitting outside playing cards or drinking or whatever the case is, I'm gonna speak. So it just like was so weird to me. And for the most part, Atlanta people, they're from the South as well. So they got the Southern hospitality. You know what I'm saying? So for her to not speak was just so weird to me. But with that being said, I've been several places where people would be like, come see Manny, I'm right there. Matter of fact, we could be in the middle of a conversation. Me and him in the middle of a conversation, you don't know what we talking about. We might be talking about money, whatever. Yeah. And people would just interrupt and be like, oh, can I take a picture? Or, hey, Manny, and this and that. And then halftime want me to take the picture. Like, damn, you just rudely interrupted us. But people are weird, bro. But I pray that I never be like that. And I hope, none of my people be like that. That's why I say stay grounded.
Yeah, man, I honestly think things are going to change after all of this because I really feel like the playing field is level right now. It ain't no connections. It ain't no studios open. So everybody working on the same level. So,
yeah, exactly. That's why I say, like, I went to Baltimore early this morning, like 8:30, 9 o'clock, whatever it was, early this morning. And So this lady was passing. So of course I stopped. No, my basket was in the aisle. It was kind of in the middle of the aisle. And I was getting some off the shelf at the time. So I was getting some off the shelf and I saw the lady on my peripheral. So I looked, I said, all right, let me move the bag. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. And I was like, no problem, you know what I'm saying? But it was an older white lady and she was, I'm saying, more friendly. Cause like, you know, under normal circumstance, that white lady wouldn't have said a word.
Right, yeah.
So a dark-skinned black guy in Walmart, she probably would have waited till I moved totally to even pass, you know what I'm saying? Some of them were that fearful, you know, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't realize I'm at this store. I'm not about to grab your purse. I done been in, you know, you may have experienced it because a lot of us have. I done been in elevators and see somebody clutch their purse. I'm like, how am I going to grab your purse in an elevator and then run out of here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, and I just been brought up a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, man, we all the same at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We all the same with different colors. When you cut and I cut, we both gonna bleed.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be like, oh, you got more money. The status don't matter right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Jay-Z got that same risk as me when he walk out the door and I walk out the door.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now he might you know, I guess get better treatment by who he is or something like that. But for the most part, man, that virus ain't gonna be like, oh no, don't worry about him. Skip him and catch him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, the virus don't have no favorites at this point, you did. Because you hear, like in all seriousness, you hear about, because they were saying initially, they were saying babies were more of a risk and elderly people were more of a risk. Then they had something on the news. This lady was like 34.
It's all ages. It
Yeah.
ain't saving nobody.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? You think somebody 34, they're healthy, they got a better immune system or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Man, that virus is not showing no favoritism whatsoever.
Right.
Anybody can get it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man. It's serious out here, but we all gonna get through it, man. We all gonna get through it.
Yeah, man. All we gotta do is just, like I said, stay positive and pray and just stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? Don't go anywhere unnecessarily around crowds and all that. To me, like, can't reiterate it enough because people are still doing it. They just say Dak Prescott had a party or whatever. Like, bro, what are y'all thinking?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like, if you do everything, for one, social distancing is supposed to help us in it. You know what I'm saying? To prevent us from gathering and you know, large crowds and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But people still can't stay home. It's like, almost on the daily.
Yeah.
You'll see something, you know, social media, whatever. They show somebody, or they didn't got together and had a pool party in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they didn't had a march up in a small parade uptown. Some people in Dallas might have had, like that, they had a party. Some people in Oakland, you know what I'm saying? It's all over. So it's not like, okay, well, people in New Orleans tripping or they stupid or whatever it is. It's everywhere. The people like, and I understand, like, you know, when it's kind of a small group, like less than 10, like 2 or 5 or whatever, cool. But when you got 10, 20 people, bro, or more, that's ridiculous.
Right.
It's ridiculous to me because they're saying, you know, a crowd of such is, you know, you're at a risk. So that means you're not even taking it seriously. But we don't take things seriously.
Yeah.
We don't take things seriously until it hits home. You know what I'm saying? Till it affects you personally or somebody real, you know, next to you, that close to you or whatever. Like, man, then niggas be like, oh, this shit real. Yeah, they've been saying it's real, but like, stay away.
Right.
You know? So I just hope everybody stay away, man, and just, cause I'm ready to get back to my regular life. This is I've been making the best of it, but this is miserable, man. I wouldn't wish this on nobody else in the future. This is for the blues. Yeah. This is not cool. It's not fun. I don't want to be around here saying, oh man, in 2020, man, we did this for the coronavirus, but we had fun. No, I'm not gonna be saying I had fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, it was rough. Like I said, every day I look at my bank account, it's dwindling. Like I said, it's serious enough for me to start cutting some bills or something because there ain't nothing coming in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm totally not used to that. I'm used to at least making something a month. You know what I'm saying? From just just from DJing you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have a real 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So I got to rely on these gigs and these personal little side businesses and whatnot, shirts and silent headphone parties and all that. I got to rely on that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm good when everything is okay, but when everything stops, man. Change your life, bro. Change your life for the worse. You'd be like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Because I was around here a couple of weeks ago, like, man, when it's over with, first thing I'm doing, man, I'm going to take somebody out. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? We're going to eat at such and such and this and that. Shit, I might have to file. I might have to file for some food stamps or something when it's over with. But nah, it's not that real. But like, for real, it's kind of It just it just steadily dwindling, bro. And it's just like, man. Something got to come in quick. You know what I'm saying? So one good thing about back to saying about me DJing, I have done 2 birthday parties. So for one of the birthday parties, I just it was a friend of a friend or whatever, gave them a cool little price. But the other birthday party, I charged them a full price, as if I'm doing a real party. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm DJing for 3-4 hours and all that. So yeah. So in that sense, it's kind of cool. You can make your nice little grip. As opposed, and you might get tips and all that as well, as opposed to just counting on tips. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I welcome the party, and I sacrificed my whole mind frame because I'm totally not a bounce DJ, and they, at least for the first part, they wanted to hit 97% bounce.
Damn.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I'm in it's a weird situation because, like, I got to play for the people. Yeah. But just like you had never seen me before. Oh, let me check out DJ Wop on his live, whatever. They'd be like, oh, he a bounce DJ. Because everything I'm playing. You dig what I'm saying? I like to play all kind of music, old school, new, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even the young mumble rappers or whatever, I'll play that before all bounce. But that's what they've been requesting or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta do what you got. That shows you the sacrifice you have to make. Like I gotta sacrifice this to make that little birthday money, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I sacrifice. But I also was like, every time somebody, because it might chime in, oh, it's a bounce party, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Such just join. Yo, it's a bounce party. I'm letting people know this is not me. Yeah. So just enjoy it if you like bounce or whatever. But if you don't, understand that it's a party. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a regular me live going in and just, doing my own personal thing. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's that's part of being positive about. Well, just be positive, just do it, you know what I'm saying? It's a birthday party and get a little change for it or whatever. But like if I was in a position to just be like, no, I'm good, I would be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, and it's, at the same time, though, it's like you never know what this is gonna open up on the other side of this,
Yeah, honestly, like, cause like me, Raj, a bunch of DJs, we on a little group chat, what's called GroupMe, and it's a bunch of people on it. Well, it's all DJs on the chat, males, females, old guys, new guys, young girls, older girls, whatever. So we all kind of feel like people gonna like really embrace the DJs once it's all this over with.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? It might be a little tip jar, or, you know what I'm saying? With like a real tip jar at the club, just because, like, look, we appreciate y'all, we miss y'all. Because, like, even, the proudest moment, of course, everybody know what happened with D Nice, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, and then that's the homie. I've done several Essence events with him. I used to do those Hennessy parties. We've done a few of those together. So we, real cool. And I done hooked him up with stuff. If he come down here, he need turntables and all that. So I was super happy for him. But that also made me look at it as if, like people could just appreciate the format of us just DJing live from him doing what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, because I ain't gonna lie. I probably done been in 75 DJs lives. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I go from Manny Fresh to Ride Smooth to Rockaway to D Nice to Kid Capri to Rob G the General to GT Man to whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just be like, man, let me see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm somewhat burnt out of just looking and listening. you know, as much, but it just, you know, it was just entertaining, especially pretty much everybody who I checked out was, you know, real good DJs, you know what I'm saying? Because this is another thing I also explained, like, man, look, if you're a DJ and you're a good DJ, you want to hear a good DJ. You don't want checking somebody live. And, you know, don't get me wrong, I made a few mistakes today, mixing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Things happen, you know, we live. And it's crazy because I don't normally make those same mistakes at the actual party or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, but for the most part, you can hear a good person, a good DJ, rather than when you step in and somebody and they just kind of like, it sound like a train wreck. You be like, oh man, I'm trying to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So when I go on your page, even if you got a podcast, whatever, I want to enjoy it. I don't want you to just be talking about, you on there talking about your baby mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I thought Mike was gonna be talking about some music or talking about sports or whatever, something interesting. Like, man, I don't even know your baby mama. Like, man, I'm clicking off. You know what I'm saying? So like, you want to hear something that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a podcast, music, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because like, people found it somewhat interesting when I was talking about Manny after the Sky Starch battle. I just went live. I was like, look, I got something to say. I have something to say. Because I had never done that before, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, for the most part, like, I don't even talk this much, like, in person. Like, I just be kind of more laid back or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I had something to say about that, you know what I'm saying? So when I did that, you know, it was interesting because it was a lot of people who, you know, checked in to even hear what I had to say, you know what I'm saying? That was real. Like, damn, these people really interested in what I got to say about the battle or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't so much about the battle. My thing was about the respect.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, bro, you're not just gonna you can't just disrespect none of my partners. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You Fat Joe, who I added Fat Joe. I hit him and Scott Storch. I said, don't come out here with all that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no smoke. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, I just want them to respect. Because like they had gotten to the point where they were saying, they said, I think he said, that shows his character. Like, meaning he took a shot at him and all that. Like, no, you saying the right thing, but in the wrong manner. That is his character, to do skits and things of that nature and joke about things. You know what I'm saying? That's your issue that you had a drug problem or whatever the case is. And plus, it's public knowledge. So he took a shot at you. You just like I said, he ain't mean nothing personal by it. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it's public knowledge.
That's what Manny like came up with the skits on the albums and shit like that. So to me, it was like, damn, this nigga is moving fast, because for him to, like, to me, that was creative as fuck to be able to come up with them skits that fast.
Yeah, man, and he did that like a day. You know what I'm saying? He found out, he might have found out about that. I don't quote me, but I say he might have found out that battle either the night before or the morning of or something like that. It wasn't like he had known that for a week or something. Wow. Yeah. I don't even know. I'm going to have to ask him, but I don't think he had a whole lot of, you know, time, you know, to plan that and, you know, like, oh, 2 weeks I'm going to do this battle with Scott. No, it was very short notice as far as I know. Like I said, don't quote me because I don't know, but I'm almost certain that it was real short notice.
Man, that's a trip.
So what you thought about? You saw the battle? What you thought about it?
I felt like for me, Manny won. And that's mainly because of where I come from. You know what I mean? Like, Scott Storch wasn't moving me like that.
Yeah.
Which, not to say that he didn't have good beats. He played some great songs, but at the same time, one of my friends, the way he put it was, Scott Storch was playing for in the club and Manny was playing for the parking lot. Because the beats that Manny picked, like, they was hard as hell. Like, every song that he played, I was like, man. And then it was so much shit that he didn't play.
Right.
You know, like, it was shit that just was popping in my head. Like, damn, I wish he played, like, you know, BMJR or, you know, any of the, like, Welcome to the Noya, all that shit. And, you know, I felt like Manny went easy on him. And then a lot of the shit that Scott Storch did, he didn't produce by himself. So it was just like,
yeah, that was the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, just being taking myself out of the friend equation, like, I try to think from a DJ perspective.
Yeah.
If I put on this record, how it will react in the club. If I put on this record, how would it react in the club? So, that would be Manny's record and his record, right?
Yeah.
And each song against each song, I would say Manny won as well. Like I said, that's just from a DJ perspective. That's not even from a friend perspective. Because I'm like, bro, you put on Back That Ass Up. You put on, I don't remember all the songs he played or whatever, but say you put on Back That Ass Up. You play Go DJ, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get, you see the reaction from, and plus most of these songs are 20 plus years old, and you still getting that reaction, so that shows you the longevity in these songs.
That's what I say. It depends on where you from too, like.
Yeah, it was definitely based on that as well, because there was a lot of people from the East Coast would like certain songs, and people from the South or whatever, and I get that, because even like you just said, Welcome to the Know Ya, they're not going. The East Coast not gonna react to Welcome to the Know Ya. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've seen this up close and personal. Like, we've been in a tunnel, the world famous tunnel before that shut down and all that. You know what I'm saying? They rocked. I ain't gonna lie, they rocked. I was surprised. But I'm just saying that to say that I see how New Yorkers or react in Baltimore, DC, or, East Coast, Florida, you know what I'm saying? Like, people react differently because the record might have hit harder in their region and whatnot. And I get that. Because even like Still DRE, that's a banger. But you can't play Still DRE down here, man. People gonna be like,
and you can't, because what he put that against, Back That Ass Up?
Yeah.
Not happening.
They're going crazy in the comments. They're going crazy.
And the funny thing was, people were saying like, I think that was a draw, and I was like, nah, not at all. Like,
yeah, they called something else they called at least 3 songs a draw. And I'm like, bro, I didn't see it there. I'd rather you even pick Scott over Manny, but a draw? Nah, this ain't even no draw, bro. Y'all tripping.
To me, I felt like, if they was gonna match it up properly, Fresh should have went maybe against 3 6 Mafia, maybe Lil Jon, somebody else other than Scott Storch, because they was playing 2 different styles of music.
And it was like I said, that's why I know for a fact that it was a last minute thing. I want to say that was supposed to be T-Pain.
Yeah, it was.
T-Pain going against Lil Jon. I think it was T-Pain initially. And he did it so they called Manny like last minute. Man, like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Because Manny had done those things with the Beat Summit or whatever. Him and KLC, him and I want to say Just Blaze was in one as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's done that before. So he thinking it's gonna pretty much be the same. You know what I'm saying? Now, me personally, this is what I think. That record shit cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Put your drum machines out. Do one live from scratch. Manny do one, Sky Stores do one, or whoever in the battle. Do one live from scratch. I almost put my life up. Manny, because Manny come up with stuff much faster much quicker than a lot of other producers. You know what I'm saying? And Manny come up with a beat in 10 minutes. Yeah. They still working on a string line or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Put your drum machines up. I want even going further. Whoever coming up new. You know what I'm saying? Well, not new as an artist, but new as far as the battle wise. The new contestants. Man, let them pull out their drum machines. Yeah. That's what I want to see. Because you think about it. Most people have never seen Manny Fresh create a beat from scratch. Or Scott Storch or Dr. Dre. Any producer, Timbaland, Swiss Beats. Most people have never seen that. You might have maybe seen a little, I don't want to say a tutorial, but a little clip or something on YouTube or something like that. But maybe that's probably it. But just live on the gram or whatever from scratch.
Man, I tell people all the time, when he had that session out here in LA, and he was on, he might have been on the MPC or something, and he was doing the drums, and then he was like fading it out himself and shit. And I was like, man, this nigga is just amazing.
But look, he was sick. Manny, I've seen Manny. I've seen damn. He used to do all Biggie beats and did some of Pac beats. Damn. I can't think of his name right now either, but he did Flavor in Your Ear.
Okay.
Man, what is this? He been around here, OG got a Gap Tooth or whatever, Gap Teeth. I cannot think of this man's name right now. But anyway, I've seen him on a SP 1200 or whatever. And somebody, maybe P Rock, because P Rock primarily using MPC now. But anyway, like only a few people that I've seen on the actual SP 1200 and make that thing look like it's a toy, like a real toy, and just playing with it. You know what I'm saying? P Rock, homeboy, who I can't think of. Damn, what is this man's name, bro? But anyway, like I would love to see man to pull out the SP 1200 live on somebody's Instagram or whatever. And bro, I'm telling you, he'll kill it. He'll kill it. That battle would just be won in a matter of like minutes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if this dude's name is on these credits. I don't know, bro. Damn, he a genius though. He's sick with it.
Okay.
He's sick with it.
That's what's up. Shit, where can the people find you, Wop?
Well, I'm at the what is it? The real DJ Wop on Instagram.
Okay.
I don't be on Twitter, but I think I'm about to, I guess, redo the account. So people been in my ear since all this is going on. I'm on Facebook, but on Facebook I'm Ant Reg, ANTREG.
Okay.
I'm Ant Reg, so I'm not DJ Wop or nothing like that on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out. They won't even let me change my name. They having because I was trying to make like all the social medias or whatever the same. You know what I'm saying? But that don't look like that's gonna happen. Yeah. But that's it. But other than that, in the streetwise, I'm always periodically at the Maison, Dragon's Den. That's pretty much the only place that I be in the city.
Yeah.
Because everything else is like private events such as weddings and things like that. But that's the only clubs I'll probably be at, Dragon's Den or the Maison.
And you said you're doing a lunch mix, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's on Instagram?
Yeah. Now for the lunch mix, I'm trying to just keep it old school for the lunch mix.
Okay.
So the lunch mix is all old school. I've only done it 2 days, yesterday and today. So yesterday was old school, today was old school. And normally, for the past 2 days at least, it's been pretty much, 80s, 90s,
yeah,
early 2000s or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And but on Saturdays is a mixture. So Saturday I might play the OJs, I might play Wu-Tang, I might play The Boys, I might play ABC, I might play UNLV, PNC. So, Chopper, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a mixture on a Saturday, It's kind of just a real open format on a Saturday. But I normally start off with old school, you know what I'm saying? I just think old school music sounds better. That's, my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And it's, of course, due to my age or whatever. But I just think, because old school music, to me, it gives you a different feeling from, no disrespect to anybody, but the new Migos or the new Drake. That old school, because like it's kind of like with old school, like if I play a song that you remember from hearing at your prime, that's a feeling. So it gives you a different feeling from the new whoever, even if it's the new Chris Brown or whatever. No disrespect to Chris Brown, the new Usher, the new whatever. The new music don't give you that same feeling. At least that's what I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I hear, oh man, I remember we was in high school and this and that. Your grandmother and your mama will tell you a story about a song where I play a Diana Ross song or something. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, oh man, oh Mike, oh man, your daddy went to see such and such movie, and then after that, then this Diana Ross song came on the radio, whatever. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be having stories behind that, and you can't get that with new music. You just can't, because it hasn't developed and sunk in yet. You know what I'm saying? Because it's new. You know what I'm saying? The left foot slide and you know what I'm saying? You feel it because it's the new song of the moment or whatever, but you don't get that old feeling where you actually have like a real story to tell behind.
Yeah, well, look, old song to me almost feel like looking at a picture. You know what I mean? Like you hear a song and it take you to like exactly where you was at.
Yeah, I like that. That's a great analogy. Yeah, because I see like Like, I don't have no old pictures, right? Pretty much a lot of old pictures, lost in Katrina.
Yeah.
So like I recently, matter of fact, somebody just posted a picture. They call it New Orleans something. There's something on the gram, and they posted a picture, and they said a rare picture by the Manny Nee sent it to me. They said a rare picture of Manny Fresh and DJ Wop or whatever, and it was like we probably was 15, 16, 17 or something on both of the pictures. It was something I had posted on the gram before, but they took two of the pictures that I posted them at separate times, but they took two of the pictures and happened to just put it on somebody's gram or whatever.
Wow.
I'm gonna see if I can find it because I think it's still in my text, but I'm gonna send it to you. But it just tripped me out how people, you know what I'm saying? But looking at that old picture, be like, man, you remember your girlfriend around that time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You remember, you was in high school or junior high or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You look at that picture and like you said, and see so many things just by looking at that picture. And that's a great analogy of, music. You know what I'm saying? It puts you in a certain time, because like I remember, I ain't gonna lie, certain songs, that's old school songs, I'd be like, just remember this from I'm drawing a blank, I don't know why all day, but Spike Lee movie, with the family in Brooklyn. Crooklyn, yeah. I'm saying the family in Brooklyn, Crooklyn. Like I might hear certain songs and like Rocksteady. Remember they was dancing. Even though I've heard Rocksteady a million times before and a million times after, I'll still remember in Crooklyn when they was dancing over this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, music like that, old school music, just definitely puts you in a certain place, and I love it. I love reminiscing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a good feeling.
That's what's up, man.
No shot to the new music, but
that's funny, man. I appreciate you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate y'all for listening. This is Mike Brown, and this is The Art of Letting Go.
Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you too, man. I'm gonna stop the recording so we can still talk, but
all right.
Episode.